Welcome back, The Hangar. We are here again, DCTV Sports on a Friday night, as the Pilots will be welcoming Antwerp. Brent Balbinot saying thank you for joining us. Also thanking our pregame sponsor. It is Estel Chevrolet Cadillac, located on Clinton Street in downtown Defiance. Check out their great selection of new and quality used vehicles in person or online at drivebobestel.com. Being joined right now by Coach Wolfrum. You have been a busy man. I was going to say, you've had the better part of this week off. Part of, I guess you could say, the benefit of playing Friday, Saturday.
Yep.
In some cases, it's been Friday, Saturday, Monday.
Yep.
What have you taken time to maybe recoup, rehab, and focus on since you haven't had a game earlier this week? This will be your first one.
Yep, exactly. So past couple weeks, we played Friday, Saturday, like you said, Friday, Saturday, Monday. So getting the guys in here, typically we're starting to have a little bit easier practices Monday, Tuesday, getting our legs back under us. And get prepared for Antwerp to come in here tonight on Friday. So we're hopefully having a great week of practice here and go get a win on Friday.
You and I have talked about this over the past probably 3 to 4 weeks, and the term you have used, I know it's not one that coaches want to use, almost. This team has been so close. Almost. And then fill in the blank, this stretch here, this failure on a defensive stop there, this missed screen there, almost has meant a lot of things to this team. How close have you closed that gap?
Yeah, we're getting closer. Like you said, almost still is turning into losses. So we got to cut out the almost. And I think we're close. Every coach in the country says they want to be playing the best basketball at the end of the season. I think we're really close to that. And if we can get a great win here Friday against a good Antwerp team, get a win tomorrow, Saturday against Stryker, going into the end of the season, playing our best basketball, I think we can do something in the tournament. So that's what we're working towards.
Our player profile, Logan Clark, senior, he's coming up in just a couple minutes, basically said the same thing. And we use the cliche, but it holds true in everybody's case. No matter what your record, it's not how you start. It's how you finish. The beauty of high school basketball is, no matter what your record, everybody gets a postseason game. What you do with it is up to you. How close is this team? You want to be peaking here in about the next, 2 to 3 weeks?
That's exactly it. I think you can see the guys behind us right here. We're having a really good practice, a really intense practice. So the kids are coming every day to work and get better. And that's the tough thing when you're having some stretches that we're having to. The kids could just drop off. They could. We're losing. They could say, let's try to get to baseball season. But these kids are coming in every day to work their tails off to get to that point to make a little bit of run in the postseason. So I think we're right there, and I think we're playing the best basketball that we can.
All right, time for the scout. Let's go ahead and break down Antwerp. Again, it starts with Zane McMichael, their point guard. He's averaging almost 20 per game. He's had to pick up the slack since Lichty went down. Again, a knee injury in the first, I think, 4 or 5 games, which has really changed the complexion of this team. I don't want to say stop him, you stop the entire squad, but it starts with him. What's the defensive game plan?
It definitely starts with Zane. He is a great player. He's a great kid. And he's going to be ready to play and come at us. He's really, really good at getting downhill, but he also has a really pure shot as well. So if we leave him open, he can hit it. But he's really good at really aggressive with the ball as well. So obviously, number one focus is stop him, see if we can contain him a little bit better. We're not going to completely stop him. He's a great player. But they have varsity basketball guys all over the court too. So it's not like we can just leave other guys. We're going to have to play really solid defense all night and come into the game ready to go.
They also have a pretty good inside threat in Wyckoff. Again, he averages almost 10. He's pulling down nearly 7 boards, and he gets a lot of offense off of garbage. How key is boxing out tonight?
I mean, that's a big one because he's a big body and he's really physical. And as you can see with our team, we're not the biggest team out there. So we're going to have to do some things defensively against him when he gets the ball and then really find him when the shot goes up. So we have the guys that have the physicality to push him around, but not the size. So it's going to be a tough one.
We've talked multiple times about tempo, but there is a difference between tempo and rhythm. You can want a slow tempo, but still play in rhythm. You can want a fast tempo and still play in rhythm. Or you can get a tempo, but not be in rhythm.
Right.
What's the key for this team to stay in rhythm?
Yeah, I think for us is I think we want to find a happy medium of that slow to high tempo. Um, I think we want to pick up the tempo a little bit more than we have against Tenor or Pettysville like we did this past weekend. So we'll try to pick up the tempo, try to get up and down a little bit more, but still be pretty efficient on the offensive end. And then obviously we got to get stopped. So it all starts defensively.
All right, so you heard it right there. Stops and efficiency.
Yep.
Get those two, and hopefully we'll be talking to you in the postgame. Best of luck to you.
Yep. Thanks, Brett.
Coach Wolfrum joining us on the pregame. We're going to take a quick timeout. Our player profile is the senior. He tells me last year he was listed at 5'11", this year 6 foot, and he claims this year's roster is accurate. We'll talk to senior Logan Clark in just a couple of minutes. Back right after this. You're watching the Estill Chevrolet Cadillac pregame show on DCTV Sports.